Let me turn that off. Morning, everyone. If whoever is watching, we got a script. What do you know? What's going on today? Sideways, 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 sideways. This is a 27-minute chart. We ride in the middle, man. We ride in the middle of it. 840's good price. 840's good price. I was short last night. It was so unfortunate. I kicked the DOL on the 25K accounts. But I made a band on the push down and I locked it. Morning, bro. So I made a band and then sold off a little bit more. But who would have known that we're going to break this low? Oh, Jesus. Right here. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. I was short to this low, high probability exit. And I was short this morning for this one leg right here. Quick scalp, quick scalp, quick scalp. Trump is about to talk. Let's go over news. So we got Trump at the Trump account launch. I believe that was something about the youth. They're getting benefits. I don't know. We're gonna find out together. And then my absolute favorite, US S&P PMI, service PMI and composite PMI. Jetpack, bro, this week is not going to be easy. It's the beginning of Q3. Fresh contracts. Freshy. What else is in there? Man, we got the 3-year bond. Wednesday, we had FOMC. On Friday, we got the rest of the CPI from the world. Yeah, let's go back to the charts. So it potentially could be an inside day. Potentially, allegedly, could be an inside day. Pretty balanced. We're right in the center, and we're overlapping value somewhat from Friday so far through Asia and London. I am more inclined for sell-offs just because lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. The buyers tried to break out Thursday. Not didn't happen. Found more liquidity to try again. Never managed to fight over what's that 30,300 ish and 200 ish. They never managed to jump over that 100-point gap. So I don't know what caused that. I take a day off. I was long for somewhat very small size, long for the NFP, then was short. It ran back up. I shorted and I was up 1,000 at about, I don't know, 10:15 a.m. And I'm like, dude, like it's barely the start of the day and I'm up. Let me check out and just go live my life. And every single time I take a day off, we get a monster trend, either a spill off or a big pump. Either way, I'm looking for continuations. These are the last high we closed before Friday. Asia pushed, they tried, they sold off. Naturally, lower highs. We made higher lows. So from Thursday highs and lows, Friday run contraction. It could pop either way, any direction. Can't keep a good bias. Gotta take a peek on the 45-minute. We're kind of hanging out at is it going to give more discount or not? I'm up to $100 on the day, and probably I should enforce some rules on trailing. Let me see my other chart. What the hell is going on here? This was a good short in the morning. I chickened out just because I had to go do stuff. I heard that's why I'm late. Market is about to open too. Look at the 5-minute on the open. That's why I'm late. I hear my neighbor. He probably has a day off trying to crank his lawnmower like 9 times, and I'm like, "Hey, bro," because I was drinking my coffee in the backyard. Like, bro, you need help? Some help? Nah, I got it. Which means come over and help me, bro. And I took some starting fluid. We cranked the old bastard, and he's doing his backyard. But back to the markets. Back to the markets. Let's see hourly. I know it looks like bonanza. Yeah. Right in the middle. Are the EMAs crossing over with the 250 and 15 EMA? It's trying to hook down 880s, 800 levels are very pivotal in NASDAQ for the past, I shall say, close to 2 years, 18 months. Very pivotal, over 18 months. So 880s, 800s, 840s, very pivotal for the NASDAQ. Go back to the 5-minute. The market is about to open. Let's see, is it going to pop or drop? Because the way things are sitting, I have absolutely nothing. No alignment, no setup. I have a setup on the 1-minute, but it's not even worth taking because it's 2 minutes before the bell. 3. Call it 3. Hey, Derek, morning, my man. Coffee? I'm more inclined on the shorts. Even though it's a great setup on the 1-minute, and I'm more inclined on the shorts, and we're trading below VWAP. It's a no-no. Let me enlarge this and flip the screens. Well, I'll do that later because we're about to open. Hey, Dobrich is the center of the world, bro. Yeah. Look, 1 minute. This is a setup. It's a decent setup continuation downside, even though that I do not have confirmation on the higher time frames, like the hourly or 30 minutes. It's still a good shot. You know what? It is a good shot. And the line, you see that the complete difference in between the S&P and I switched to MES. Yeah, I'm not trading the bell today. I've been a bell trader for 6.5 years. I'm not trading the bell today. Trump will be announcing things. News. I'm up. It's an inside day so far. We're still trading Friday. We're still within Friday. We're kind of on top of it, but it is trying. Let's see what happened the last time we crossed over. We got 97 points. That was the points, right? This was not 27, 25 points. That's ticks. Yeah, screw that. ES is not lined up. Let me see MNQ. See MNQ again. What's oil doing? Not that I care about it that much. 30 minutes. We're right at the bell. Downside oil. Probably one of the worst. Yeah, off we go. Off we go with that BS. That was a very short-lived 1-minute setup. These charts are kind of lagging. I'm going to switch the screen so you guys can take a peek. Yeah, part of my desktop. But this right here was a setup for the short. Look how real market, you wouldn't even get the fills, bro. Like literally, this smoke through here, real market, you wouldn't even get the fills. I'm gonna wait on this. I'm gonna wait on this, smoke some cigs, finish my coffee, and relax. Yeah, yeah, it's booming. Let's see the mechanisms, the internals. Inconclusive. Opened up a little bit above zero. There might be some buy interest. I really want to see what happens through the Trump announcements in the composite PMI. Where's the thing? Here's the thing. Let's open up the thing. Let's open up the thing. Let's watch the thing. It's our beloved president, my man, Donald J. Trump.
Well, this is very exciting, an amazing achievement. People, we don't know this, Michael, but people have been trying to do this for 30 years.
I'll put it here. I hope you guys don't mind.
So generous. He put up
watching the president. My man.
I think she more than him, maybe. Both very much.
Right here, buddy.
Michael and Susan put up.
Is that time right? Time ain't right. Show's 8:30. It's 1 hour behind.
And I'm sure if I make a phone call, they'll do it again. The job they've done is incredible in life, so we want to thank you very much. Amazing, really amazing. And our friend from Micron, by the way, called me on Friday, and he said Micron's putting in $250 million. And he's
okay, we're pumping Microns. Is that what it is?
And $250 million, and many other companies and people are putting up tremendous amounts
what
of
a
money.
shit, what, bro?
That is something I'm very proud of. Some people think it's going to go down as one of the most important things we've done during the administration. So after a truly historic weekend celebrating the 250th anniversary of America today, we're thrilled to officially launch the Trump accounts. And we had some beautiful people and speeches and tremendous crowds. We had the biggest crowd anyone's ever seen. That unfortunately lightning caused it to leave, and everybody said, well, we'll do it another time. When I heard that, I said, no, we won't. Everybody had left. I said, we're not doing it another time. We're doing it on the 4th of July. And we actually started the speech on the 4th of July. We had to wait a little while, like a couple of hours, let the lightning pass.
Look at that. Look at that.
And everyone had left.
I want the podium now.
And we came back, and they had 150,000 people came back from they took their car. They're going back home to Texas. They turned their car around and came back. You wouldn't believe it, 150. I think the 150 was more impressive than the 425 or whatever it was. It was pretty amazing. And Mount Rushmore likewise was so incredible. So People love our country. Our country is doing incredibly well. Strongest military in the world has been displayed with Venezuela, who we're getting along with fantastically now. We've taken
Hey, they're doing good
hundreds
stuff,
of
bro.
billions of dollars
Clown or
in
no
oil,
clown,
given
they're
them
doing good
hundreds
stuff.
of billions,
I
more money
bring
than
up my
they've ever
trucker
made.
buddies. Business is
And we're
booming.
doing very well.
People are making
Paid
money.
for the war many times over, and then
If you don't care about
man, we're
that,
doing
well,
actually
I
equally
don't know
as
what
well,
else you
just
should
not
care.
getting the kind of coverage that we should. But we have eviscerated them military, and the bottom line is our country is strong. We have the greatest military anywhere in the world. I was with President Xi 3 weeks ago, and I said that, and there was no argument. Nobody's arguing. We built it during my first term, and we're using it now for very good reasons, because in this case, Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. We can never let that happen. On Saturday, July 4th, our administration deposited one-time seed contributions of $1,000 each into the Trump accounts of over 500,000 American children. It's a lot. And millions more will be getting additional contributions from
I'm going to short
generous
75
donors
if
like,
it
as I
pulls up a
mentioned,
little bit.
Michael and Susan Dell. They are truly incredible.
Or maybe yes.
Go out and buy a Dell computer. He's not doing it for that. But I'll bet his business, Brad, has
I was
gotten
talking with VWAP George
even bigger. I have a
last
son that
week.
loves
Dell Computers,
loves
XPS.
laptop.
Good stuff.
I have to tell you. No, I wanted to.
I hesitated on the
we're gonna
short,
get
close
him
to
that money back
75.
one way or the other.
I want 75 and a
No,
little
that's
bit
what
higher.
it
If
is.
we're going to stay in the range or overturn
We'll
this,
start the whole process all over again. No, it makes
where's my
an
ashtray?
incredible.
I ain't got no
product
extra.
right
I'll be
from the
back.
beginning, and Brad Gerstner has been pushing this, so he's a very successful man. Not quite as famous as the Dell family, right? Of Michael, but you are. He's an amazingly successful guy, and he's put up a tremendous amount of money. And again, I want to thank Micron and all of the companies that have already called me, and they're putting up a lot of money. This is nothing. This is not me, and putting the name on it was not my idea. That was a whole group of people that passed legislation.
Yeah, on the
'cause
next
this is all
Bush,
made possible
I'll give it a
only by
shot.
the passage of the Great Big Beautiful Bill. And I knew that this was happening, but I didn't know. All of a sudden, I see my name on it in the bill. But I'm very proud to have my name. They think it would sell. They said it'll sell better if your name's on. I said, look, leave it on. But I did not. I just want to. I did not.
Hey,
ask
the
for it
guy's
because
trying to leave a mark in history.
Did I
You
have
can't
anybody
can't
say,
blame him.
Michael,
You know,
don't put
if you're in
up
the
the
same
money unless
position,
you use my
wouldn't
name.
you
But I have done that in other
do
cases.
everything so you can leave your mark?
In certain
Man, that's
cases,
sold
I've
off
done
without.
that, right, Scott?
Can't chase it now, Derek.
Not
What do
in
you
this
think?
case. This is a very special.
We can't chase this
kind
shit
of thing that
anymore.
took place. It's in a way, it's
felt like a
miracle. Nobody
bitch.
thought it was possible. Think of it. Children that are born
Man, I hesitated
without
on the
money,
highs, but
without any money.
I was looking at
Great parents, they can have
75s.
everything, They can be great, but they have no money.
it could be that deep
They can
pullback, man.
become
I don't
very
trust
wealthy
it. Trump,
children at
and then we
18.
got the composite
And they
PMI.
can flip it over, or their people can flip it over into other
It's what? It's the
vehicles
first
at
15
a
minutes of
certain
the
age
day.
so that they don't take it out. I would recommend they probably don't take it out.
Evgeny, what up, man?
They can have a lot of money.
Welcome to
especially
the
if
show.
market
I'm
continues. Can
doomed.
you imagine if you did this during Trump a year
an
ago?
inside day,
a year and a
man.
half ago, where
Ugly,
the
ugly,
market's gone
ugly.
up at levels. As an example, everybody said when I got elected, there's no way that during the 4-year period we'll ever hit 50,000 on the Dow. And we hit 50,000
All
on
right,
the Dow.
we're gonna trail into
I
one.
would say in the first year, records.
Long
We
side.
had records. What NASDAQ has
Risk
done.
a little
what
bit
the New
below
York
the low.
Stock Exchange.
There
all
we
the
go.
stock
If we come
exchanges.
down here, I'm obviously wrong.
7,000 on the S&P was impossible during the first
Oh,
year.
man,
but
he-
they really
he's
thought it
talking
was
marks.
impossible
He's
in 4
talking
years,
marks
and
on the
we hit it
market.
before the
It's
first year. So if
never
we
good
had-
for price.
If the children had invested the money a year and a half ago, we should have acted faster. Actually,
I'm up
it's too bad.
almost 13, like
But
12 and
it's gonna
a
go up.
12 and a
We are a
half.
country,
Uh,
it's going to go up.
I
the
think my
market's gonna go through the
bottom
roof.
would be like 900
When all
bucks.
those factories
If I lose
open,
like
they're being
300 and
built all over the
something,
country at record
I'm definitely
numbers.
calling it a day.
We have never built in the history of our country what we're building now. We have $19.2 trillion, and much of that money is going toward building factories, plants.
Yeah,
AI,
you're right, bro.
automobile. We've never built as many automobile plants. They're all over, and they're coming
Instant
from
Elda.
all over the world. You know why? Because they don't want to pay tariffs. If they build their cars here, they pay no tariffs. So Japan, instead of making them in Japan or South Korea, instead of making them in Germany,
Yeah,
with
ES and
Volkswagen,
NASDAQ completely
Mercedes and
disconnected.
BMW, and they're all building plants here now. They're coming out of Canada. They're coming out of Mexico. Mexico took a lot of our business, so they
Of course they're gonna
all
build,
coming back.
uh,
I don't know what the
plants.
countries are
Gotta
going to
play
do, but they're all
ball.
coming back.
Boss man making
So
the
today
rules,
with the
man.
ringing of the opening
They got to
bell
play
for
ball.
the
They want to
stock
be in
market,
business. You play ball.
those accounts will now begin to grow right along with our booming economy. And I really believe we're going to have the biggest boom of all right now. You haven't seen anything yet. Between individual
Man, they're making good
contributions
money
to the seed
driving
funds,
stuff around. I'm
$800
thinking
million
about going back
in new
doing that for a
capital
little
will be
while. They're making
invested
good
in the
money
stock
right now.
market for America's children this week. And I also think that we're going to be putting numbers in the budget, which will
Let's see
be
if we
really
cut these
spectacular,
lows.
because it's
I
really
might
not
cut it
costing
early.
us anything. We're
Nasdaq
giving
is
this
making
money to
buyers on
children
Nasdaq making another attempt.
so they can have a good life. Very early on, they can have a good life. And we're going to be doing also something we're working on later on, and it'll be also, I think, very popular. And I guess the best definition is they have a plan in Australia, which people really like.
Hey,
It's really
that's a
worked out
great
very
thing,
well,
bro. You can
incredibly well,
divert your
and
wins
very
on
respected.
your
And we're going to
kids.
be talking about that with Congress and see if we can implement it. And that would be more for grown-ups as opposed to children, but it's something that's going to be great, I think, if we can get it done, and we're going to try very hard. But again, I want to thank Michael and Susan, Brad, and his son Lincoln, as well as Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, who has really been
Hey, well,
incredible.
profit.
If you're casting a movie, you put him as the Secretary of the Treasury because he's central casting. Do we agree? When you say he's done, more importantly, he's done a great job. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler, who's been phenomenal.
Let's see how we're going to cross
Chairman
over
of
and take
the
off.
SEC, Paul
In 1 minute.
Atkins. Paul, thank you.
Absolutely
What a job
flat,
you do.
man. I shouldn't be in
You know,
this.
there's
Man.
always been a
Absolutely
problem
flat.
there, and with you, everything.
This point, I'm
goes.
gambling
So,
on a very
so
small
I have to
bit.
say, Jay did a very good job also, right? During my first term. But Paul's been incredible. Everybody wanted Paul. And
Ugly,
he's,
ugly.
exceeded
Small range too.
expectations, I will say. And everybody
If you
knows it.
really
Thank you,
think
Paul.
about
Great
it.
job you're doing. Director of the
20
National
points.
Economic Council, Kevin Hassett. I didn't want to
Nasdaq is
lose Kevin. I
absolutely
said,
losing
Kevin, you're
it.
at a huge
Shit, look at
disadvantage
that.
selfishly for a certain other position.
Look at this.
We have another. We had
Ugly.
the two Kevins, and they're both
Absolutely
great.
losing his shit.
And a
I'm
friend of
glad
mine,
I'm
Ted
not. I'm
Cruz,
very
we
happy I'm
fought
not
each
in
other for a
one
while.
micro Nasdaq.
And
Probably
he's a very
if
tough
this shit
competitor.
runs, I won't be
And
so
we became
happy.
friends.
But
We were actually great friends before the campaign, and everybody said, "Will this ever end?" In fact, he was doing a rally. He said, "Could we do a joint rally?" That's like you people doing a joint bell ringing. It's like
yes,
crazy, right?
there's more money above.
But he said, "Remember we did the joint rally outside in Washington. We had a big crowd, and the media was saying, 'Will it ever end?' I said, 'It will, but not yet.' But it ended. But then it came together better than I think better than ever before. He's done a
Nasdaq turned around back at
wonderful
the
job as a senator. Highly
session
respected.
high. Well, not
But
session,
somebody
but
said, "Would you ever
opening
appoint
high.
him to the United States Supreme Court because he's a brilliant lawyer, Ted?" I said, "Well, he's the only one I can think
Back
of
to
that's going to
opening
get
high.
100 votes. All Republicans will vote for him. All Democrats will vote for him because they want
Yeah,
to get
Asia
the hell
Open.
out of the Senate."
What a surprise.
Now, if I was having a hard time
And
with getting the votes, I would appoint
Friday
Ted Cruz.
highs
I get
before it closed.
100%, guaranteed.
Is it turning around? Yeah, it's turning
But
around.
when you look at all of the different things that have taken place, and you look at the
9/12. What a
international
level
nature
on
of what we're doing,
micro
because these are
Nasdaq.
all international companies. So many I can't mention because they're too big to mention. The kind of money that's being invested is really, really incredible. So again, I want to just because they're
No,
friends of
wait,
mine,
man.
the Exchange CEO.
We'll wait.
Jeffrey Sprecher is here today. He's an amazing man, amazing success. His wife has done a fantastic job at small business. They call it small business, but when you add it all up,
Let me
it's
turn
probably
this down.
the biggest business in the world, right? But Kelly has been incredible, and Jeff, thank you very much. New York Stock Exchange President Lynn Martin, we want to thank,
It's debating.
and
It's
NASDAQ
debating.
Chair and CEO
I don't
Adina
see the
Friedman,
size. I don't see
and
the
NASDAQ
size that I want to
President
see.
Nelson Griggs. We have all of them. This is a
What are we feeling
this
here?
is a
2s and
fantastic
3s.
group of people. Thank you very much.
Okay, here's a 7
We
and a
got 'em
4 and a
all.
5.
Did you ever think you'd be in the same? Well, this is a great room. I always, when people walk in, the biggest people in the world, people that are, in many cases, on your exchanges, right?
I believe that was the all-time high
They
for
look around,
not all-time high,
they
but
go,
a 4-hour
I
settlement.
can't believe it. I don't want to use names. Larry
Are we at
Ellison
the
walked
all-time
in,
high?
and he said,
No
"Oh,
chance.
Where am I?
Am I
This is
long in the
so-
all-time high?
It takes a while. Actually,
Yeah,
in
no
negotiating,
chance.
You have people at a great disadvantage because They're all screwed up, you know?
Yeah, these
It's a
gaps,
great
man.
place. I think it's the most important room anywhere in the world. So I thought it would be good to do this here, right? We seldom do that.
This could be a good trade
But
for
this
the
was
Knicks.
the first ever joint bell ringing between the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. And
How much we can
hopefully
sweep?
it won't be the last. I think
38.
there are a lot of things you could do together
Okay,
that would be good.
38.
It's amazing.
38's,
you can do
38's.
together.
Let's see the
Those are really-
38's.
yeah,
Where,
they're
where's 38?
competitors. But it's
Oh, geez,
it's a
happens to
great
be the
tribute, I
logo.
think, to all of you that you were able to do this.
All right.
People are talking
Well,
about
we
it.
got a mark. We got a mark.
Yes,
If it breaks the
Chair.
38s, probably give
let
up
me
on
ask
it.
you, are you shocked?
Happens to be the low low. I
This makes
quickly
your
looked
job-
up
Doesn't this, Paul? Doesn't this make your job a little bit easier?
message retracted. Anyways,
Can't we do that with
I don't understand how the
Republicans?
bot or whatever
Maybe that's
works
a
on
tough one. I think that's
on the
might be
YouTube thing.
tougher. We
But
like borders.
yeah, the orders
things
were at the
that they
low
don't
low.
like.
We could revisit.
But if
It's going to be a very ugly scenario if we
Done so
revisit.
already, and
I
they
think
approve
we're going to
some
get the
record numbers,
PMI right now.
They should go right away to trumpaccounts.gov and sign their child up.
Not
free
9:45. So
investment savings account. And again, a lot of
trumpaccounts.com.
people
I'm going to sign up my
are,
kid.
people that are uninvolved in terms of they don't have
Free
kids,
tax basket, bro. Free
their
tax
children
basket.
are older, but they're
You
putting
can't beat
millions
it.
and
I don't care
millions
who
of
the
dollars
guy
into
is
the
that does
accounts
the
of
stuff. When
children.
people go with this guy's a
Poor
clown, that guy, bro, I don't
and,
care about the guy. Are they working towards my interests or against my interests? Like, I don't care about
But
anything
parents,
else.
loved ones, churches, and generous companies
I do
and
dig the guy
individuals
that
are
he's
able to
cocky.
contribute funds to these accounts
USP
to
manufacturer,
grow
actual 51
child's
point
life.
forecast,
And
51.
again, if we have
Not
a
much
market
off.
like we do now, they're going to become
Let's see.
actually
Bad news, good
very rich.
candles.
They'll have hundreds of
Bad news,
thousands
good
of dollars.
candles, baby.
Think of that. Think of it. A child that has no money can have hundreds of thousands of dollars. at
Bro,
a
that would be sweet.
very,
The
very young
the way
age.
that the market
Accounts
went
can
up
grow to be
since April,
worth numbers that nobody ever thought.
probably on
possible.
the next weekly cycle,
6 months ago.
could
before
happen
we-
again this year if there's a catastrophic
And
event,
again, I
or
have to thank Michael
you know, on
because he was
schedule
so
next year,
proactive on this.
mid-April,
Actually,
pre-summer.
It was really amazing. I just think they're amazing people.
I'll definitely
Trump
pump some money in
accounts are
my
about
kids' account.
Giving every American child a stake in American
Yeah, we're up
future
$36.
and getting some of the upside. And nobody's seen anything like it. And senators like Ted Cruz were. at the
NASDAQ
forefront,
is
and they should be
definitely
really
leading the
commended. People
parade
have to
here.
remember it in the future. It's like
Definitely
so many
leading
things
the
I did were
parade
so
here.
good, and that's only got a 2-year
I can't
life.
chase into it.
Like
These
as
are
an
too
example,
bigger candles for my
Across the board,
taste on the
we have
15-minute, too
nobody coming
big.
into our country illegally anymore.
For my,
And I wanna make it
taste
my
and
speeches,
risk
they say, "Sir,
tolerance.
nobody cares about that.
I've
You
been
tell them."
over leveraging and getting
They said,
kicked
"Don't
in the
talk about
ass.
it." They said, "Nobody
And
cares
I
about
made the
water.
1200 with
You
small
solved that
hits.
problem." I said, "What kind of a business? You solve a problem you're not even allowed to talk about."
I'm willing to
Nobody
hold
wants
this
hear about it.
throughout the whole day if it goes,
But this is something they're going to be talking about.
but
for
I'm
a long
becoming
time.
very
This is gonna
skeptical in
go
this
to levels
pushback
that
through this
I think people have no
zero
idea.
here.
They
I got
already
this
see the
thing on there.
numbers.
I'll give you guys
So
some
there could be
sauce.
no better way to begin our 250
VIX
years.
is shot.
It is so appropriate. Think of that. We're doing it just
Doing
at
nothing
this
above
very time.
16.
It's pretty amazing.
Absolutely nothing
So, I'd
above
like to maybe
16.
ask Michael Dell to come up and say a few words.
Kick is
followed by
inconclusive, but
Lynn
above
Martin,
zero. And
Adina Friedman,
OSPD is
Jeff,
giving out the zero going
some of
sideways.
the people that
The real buy
meant so
volume
much
came
to
in
you. I'd
at
like
the
to
end of the day
have
Friday.
our great
Just
senator,
imagine
Ted
we
Cruz,
stayed.
say a few
we-
remarks, and anybody else that wants to. This is
But,
a big
yeah.
celebration. This is a much
Let,
bigger.
let's see if this candle whips
situation
up
than
and we stay above
anybody can
zero.
imagine, and then
It'll
we'll
be
take a
good
few
stuff.
questions.
If
Okay?
not,
Thank
I
you very
might
much. Go
take
ahead.
this out
Michael, please,
prematurely.
why don't you start it off?
Because you know, professional, we did make the top of the range. Hey, Bertie, what up?
Thank you, Mr. President.
How's it going? How's your
Very
vacation in
honored to
Greece?
be here as we celebrate the 250th. You know, 42 years ago, I started a company in my dorm room with $1,000. And today,
Okay,
every newborn
the
American
heart-touching
child
story is that the man
will
started
start
his
their
company
life
with $1,000.
$1,000 invested in
Good
America's
shit.
greatest companies.
I heard enough.
Founding for the
Maybe
future. But Susan and
I'm
didn't
gonna
want
turn it down a little
children
bit and wait for the
who were born
Q&As.
just before to be completely left out. So we are contributing 6.5
I don't know, is the
billion
volume all right?
to
Is it overtaken or not?
million eligible American children born between the ages of 20.
I've been all right.
16 and
Made money, lost
23.
money, made money, lost money, made money, lost money,
Invested
made
in
money.
America's greatest companies for their future, for their tuition, for down payments, for startup capital, for a business. And to every
Well,
business
it's
leader out
looking
there
good.
who hasn't already joined us,
Even though I have
please
my short
join
bias,
us.
I've been fooled by these markets
You know,
before.
250
Gonna
years
long
ago,
into stay into it
our
long.
founders in the Declaration of Independence, which is right there,
One micro
pledged their
cannot hurt me on the
fortunes
day, but if
to an
we do
idea.
run, could bring
Today, we're
great
pledging our fortune
gains.
to the next generation.
We over 75.56, which is good. 75.56 is a
So
level
to
of mine.
tens of millions of
75.47
American
as well.
children, your American story starts now. Thank you. Susan.
Let me move that. These are the levels I got.
Thank you, Mr. President.
That's
I am
the
so
first
grateful to you for
resistance,
making the Invest
above
America
pivot.
Act.
and we stand above it. It's
You
a bullet
have
sign. We're
made investing in
contracting.
America's
If it gives
children
out here on the 1
such
minute,
an
it's not going to be
important
great.
initiative for our
But
country.
another push to the opening
These
high and
accounts
above on
are a
ES
statement of
is what I'm
belief
anticipating.
in our nation's young people. And believing in our country's children matters enormously. The incredible leaders of our future leaders of our
They're
country,
releasing
young
investment
children
accounts
that
for
we're
the youth,
raising
for your
today.
kids.
investing
That
in
you can
America's children
stash money,
essentially means
let it grow,
investing
and when
in our
they
future.
become
It's an
adults,
investment in America's
potentially, if the
ability
economy
to
has
grow,
been good,
to lead,
they'll have
and
money
compete
to,
for generations.
pay for
Michael and I
education,
have believed in this
down
idea
payment for
a
their home if
long
they're
time,
already,
and seeing this become
you
real
know,
is
so
fantastic.
everybody can have
A child that
equal
has
and a strong
financial
start in
account
life.
in their own name is a child who has
It's a great
so
business
many more
idea because it
opportunities
creates this
and hope.
uh,
And as a mother, I know
up
that
climbing
every child deserves
roll
that.
snowball, call
So
it whatever
parents,
it's there.
claim your
Just
child's
you're creating
Trump
more
account
individuals with the
today.
capability of creating
Years from now, your
businesses
child will thank you for
and
it.
opportunities for other individuals that cannot.
Mr. President, thank you
50
so
bucks
much
here.
for
That's
having
what,
us today. It is truly
$10
an
move
honor
on
to be here
S&P.
for this occasion.
Not bad, bro. I
For
used
the
to
last couple of days, we have celebrated
I
the
used to
thing
cheer
that makes
on a
this
$10 move.
country unstoppable, and that is
I
our
think the
freedom.
government is
And
pitching
out
in
of freedom
a
is born
little bit
the
in a
American
way.
dream.
I'm not sure. I
And
gotta
today,
look up their
under your
website because I'm gonna
leadership,
put my kid on it for
it
sure.
is the purest
For one, I'm sure
manifestation
they're gonna
of that
match some
American
certain
dream.
percentage.
You are offering
The other thing
American
is that it
dream
could
to the
backfire
youngest
if there's a
generation,
catastrophic event
to
because the
allow them
government
to
is
participate
the
in the
thing that's
great
probably gonna
wealth
back it up.
of
Okay,
America.
M&Q is
President of the New York
definitely
Stock
leading the
Exchange, we
parade
couldn't be
here,
more
pushing
proud to
at
be here.
30,000.
We're grateful to you and your leadership, and more optimistic about the
Even
future
though
of this country,
you know, I cannot
which is
chase into
going
it
to
here.
be led by
Good thing I
this
flipped my
next
bias. So
great
800's what I've
generation.
mentioned earlier.
We were
These
born
800
on
levels,
the
you
heart
gotta
of
be
Wall and
careful.
Broad Street,
Like
where our first president was inaugurated.
if
And
you
we
see on my
could not
chart, we
be
kind of
more
free floated in between these.
optimistic
I had them
about
for a
this
good
nation's
minute.
future.
These been
Thank you
on
so much.
since we printed these levels, and they're coming back clutch. Coming back in clutch.
Mr. President, thank you very much for inviting us into the Oval Office today to celebrate something
7.5
very special.
minutes till the
You know,
close
as
of the
Americans,
15-minute
for
auction.
Many, many generations.
We're in the
we have
center
come
of the
together in
field.
unity.
Let's see how
And
it goes.
today, the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange have come together in unity for a great common cause, the Trump accounts. The Trump accounts are underpinned by the U.S. capital
Well,
markets,
that
which are really
even
the
if you
engine
still
of
gotta
the
fund
greatest
it,
economy in
you
the
know
world.
it's a tax
Part of that
exempt thing.
promise of the markets is to make it
So,
so every American can share
you
in
know,
that great economy.
you do one year
Today,
better
with
than the
Trump accounts,
previous,
the next
and
generation
it
of
pushes you in the
Americans,
next
every
tax bracket
American, will
instead
have
of
the
giving
opportunity
all that
to be a
extra
part and
money
share in
to your
this
government to
prosperity
spend it
of
on
this
whatever
nation.
bullshit they
So I
want.
want to thank you for your vision, Mr.
You
President,
can
on behalf
divert
of
it
NASDAQ,
into
and on
your
behalf of the
children.
millions of families who will benefit
All right,
from what you're
NASDAQ
creating.
giving
Thank
out.
you.
This 15-minute wicks are absolute devastators. Let's see where we're going to close this candle. It
Hi,
turned
I'm Jeff
around at the
Zucker,
top of the range.
Chairman
Wow.
CEO of the parent company, the New York
So
Stock Exchange.
75.65
One
and
of
a
the things
tick.
that we celebrate on Wall Street, and we all in this room, we talk about Wall Street as the capital markets, and I don't think people realize that partly why Wall Street has its prominence is that our first president was sworn in on Wall Street, and the New York Stock
Oh, he was
Exchange
sworn in on
started
Wall
to
Street.
finance a brand new government and a brand
I'm
new
gonna
vision
turn
for our
this down.
country. So it's amazing that 250 years later,
You know,
this president is
the
that available to all Americans.
the kiss ass part is not my favorite part.
It's incredibly fitting in my mind that that we're here in this capital, which obviously is no longer New York, to widen the markets for everybody in the country. So thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, thank you.
Looks good. Hey, my boy Derek said it looks good too. Can't, I cannot let it go as easy as it is.
And at NASDAQ, every day we get to see brilliance come through the doors. Companies have created jobs, they've created an economy, and now the fact that's able to be shared for all these
These DJ guys are absolutely killing it. Well, that's good.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Posted a little flower. What up, Moya? She's probably in a chat. Nobody fucking chat.
It was just over a year ago that Michael and I shared with you the idea for the Invest America Act. We had been working on it for 4 years. We had tried to get it done under a prior administration. Kevin and I met in the Speaker's office some 3.5 years ago on the idea. It took this president and his entrepreneurial courage less than a minute to say, this must happen.
I'm just gonna let this run. I want to see this 15-minute close. Let's see the 5. How are we looking on the 5? Well, it's expanding volatility. We're opening up. As silly as it sounds, if this 1 hour candle doesn't flip, I'll probably put my stop at this body base, at the base of the body. Probably. No promises. Pump it. Oh, come on, man. Vix is doing the shits. Come on, Vix, give out. Let me go back to the 15. This hourly is giving me it's throwing me off. See what I gotta say
and
here.
the leadership of your administration. So thank you.
Mr. President, I want to congratulate you on your historic leadership. The document hanging on that wall just turned 250 years old, as did the nation that it created. And the bell that you just rang on the Resolute desk,
I might be again on the wrong horse. NASDAQ definitely gained more than ES here.
greater than the first 200.
Let's watch. Are they going to line up together? We're breaking above the first pivot resistance on M&Q.
You were going to keep the bell. And on behalf
First pivot
of
resistance
all
above
Americans,
960
thank you for
level
getting
of
rid
mine.
that
It's kind of
ridiculous
curling down. Let's see. If it doesn't happen in the next half an hour or so, I'll probably call it a day here. Usually on a good day, and if I'm up and it's close to 10:30, I just call it, take it. Nothing good. I'll wait in the afternoon for your boy Goon.
Trump accounts are in many ways Donald Trump's New Deal. But instead of having government taking care of everyone, Trump accounts are about making every child and every American a capitalist.
Last sip.
Every one of our kids is now going to be
What's
an
Dow
owner
doing?
of the biggest producers in our country. Kids, you
I
guys
don't
there,
even have
each
it.
of you
MYM.
are getting an account.
I do.
These folks here gave you $250.
Falling 200 MA. Okay.
That's a lot of money that you have right now. And you know what? With that $250, you've purchased a little bit of a bunch of big companies. You know, McDonald's?
250 is not a bad amount if they're giving that out for investing. Hold it for 10 years,
When you
probably
go
going to be
McDonald's,
$3 grand.
you look around and say, I own this place.
But imagine putting 250 every other week and let it compound. They're talking about my favorite company, track record for dividend, Mickey D's,
You believe
McDonald's.
you're an owner of Boeing?
Great opportunity. I still regret I missed the March dip of 2022. 4 years and a half later, I can't overlive that.
Accumulate life-transforming savings, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars for the kids of single moms. That is powerful. And Mr. President, in particular, I want
Shout out to the single moms. Yo, got it. You're strong. You're independent. You got it.
Administration is going to auto-enroll every child in America. All 70 million children will have accounts open for them, accounts that can then receive gifts from people like Michael and Susan and Brad. Accounts that, let me say to every
Well,
parent,
that's another good way to keep track of all the kids and what's happening with them. I'm not gonna lie, there's a benefit, even though that,
to the accounts of the employees of your kids, do so now.
You know what I mean?
Contribution, double their contribution, and to philanthropists, go adopt a state. Go adopt your city. Go adopt a school. Go say,
yeah, that's a great thing too.
the kindergarten class here, we're going to help them get
For
started.
the ultra wealthy
This is
to
a moment,
divert
I
into
believe,
donations to
transformational
random kids on
to make sure the next
program.
250 is even better than the first.
Yeah, NASDAQ turning around. MES as well. There's a lot of money on top, man. There's a lot of orders on top. Let me see. Yes. Yeah, that's where the larger lots are. We pulling back to find participants to clear that out. Same with MNQ. Let's see. If we're gonna start lifting offers above 950, it's gonna be good stuff. Here we go.
Cities now. We have the city of San Francisco.
What an ugly 50-minute chart. Absolutely horrendous. How long have I been in this trade?
With Katie, we've adopted a school in the city of Durham. We've adopted a Boys and Girls Club in Philly.
Oh, I had 6 here.
A Big Brothers Big Sisters.
30. Okay, half an hour in this.
New Jersey last Wednesday, and it's all to show the country the art of the possible. When you create an open source platform, anybody can give to anybody. These accounts have a QR code in them, and somebody sends you the QR code, and you just double click on your phone, and money goes into the account. Thank you to Joe Gebbia and the National Design Studio for their incredible work on the accounts.
ES staying contracted, NASDAQ more wiggly on the upside. Go figure.
Chairman of the SEC. So this is
You expect it to be shitty? Yeah, it's kind of inside day. Definitely preemptively, the market has digested some of this information, known about the release and such, but I think the whole play out for the investment part and people that are,
we have to remember that,
you want to invest in the market. You want some sort of reassurance, some sort of confirmation, which,
investment before it was.
let me turn down a little bit, which is, speculative, hypothetical, but if you have the information that the largest country of the world, the leading country of the planet, is doing this and they're going to be backing up the blue chips, this gives you conviction, gives you comfort that, you have a second factor. It's not you buying, it's every kid and every parent and every whoever wants to donate to these accounts buying up the market. There's gonna be a shit ton of fucking buy squeezes. That's what I think. Okay, ES. Not lagging, bro. We're struggling at Asia High and Friday closing. Friday closing. We're above it. 765. Let me look at the hourly candle again.
I'd just like to add a couple things. There have been so much wonderful things have been said, Mr. President, about what you're doing. This is
Pushing my stop at 562, 75.62. Probably I'm not going to be the only person that will do that. And it's going to hit again. I'm standing up for an hour for $30 here, man. It's still better than doing Uber Eats or working at Walmart.
Because every kid, as Scott arranged and as you were key to discuss, every kid can look at what firms they own. So it's not just going to say S&P 500. It's going to be you have a little bit of this, you have a little bit of that.
It's gonna take a good bit.
Going to do, sir, is connect America's youth.
It's gonna take a good freaking bit.
Done before. So thank you very much.
All right.
So, everybody, we thank you, and the press has been very kind about this. This is one they have a hard time.
Let's see what happens now.
You know, we're all in this together. You have children. A lot of those children already, they have their accounts. We're going to see tremendous money come in from wealthy people and pretty wealthy people and very wealthy companies. And I'm getting calls from everybody to put money in. And they're going to put tremendous numbers of dollars in. And these children are going to have actually accounts. They're going to learn about finance.
You know,
they can watch it.
The whole premise is that it sounds like such a puppet dump. I'm not going to lie to you, but
Planet, when they turn 18, is going to be a lot different when you turn 18 and you have no idea what's going on and you have no money and no hope.
And I'm out.
Yeah,
this was the last lickety drop of my coffee.
The American dream. So, again, Michael and Susan and Brad and everybody that has worked so hard, it's an honor to be. This is truly an honor to be involved in something that's pioneering, but really not, because for so many years, I said for many, many years, decades, they've tried to do it. They've never been able to pull it off. So I just want to thank all of you guys. And I think it's such a great tribute to come together. So people said, no, there must be a mistake. You mean you're having separate meetings? I said, no, just watch at 9:30, right? So it's a great honor. And thank you for being so fair about it. So we'll take a few questions, please. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, Vladimir Putin, shortly after speaking to you on July 4th, struck Kyiv and killed innocent civilians. Why isn't he feeling any pressure after speaking with you?
Well, I think he does feel pressure. He wants to end it, and Ukraine wants to end it, and we're in talks.
I think I want to end it too.
We can get it ended. It's a terrible thing. I ended 8 wars, and this was, in my opinion, going to be an easier one because I know both heads. I didn't know most of the heads. I did India.
Oh, come on, Mighty Kukumba.
Others. That could have been a
erupt already.
That was going to be nuclear. Could have been, as the Prime Minister of Pakistan, could have been 40 million people would have been killed, maybe 50 million. They had shot down 11 planes. It was raging for 4 days, and I got it stopped. And I did that. But this is one that
it's crawling up.
We're getting much closer than people realize.
They're getting impatient.
President Putin wants it to end. I will tell you that.
Oh, there's more money up front.
Good call. And
my semi-professional estimate is it's going to take its sweet time, but it's going to go up.
I think we're going to get it.
I'm going to quote my buddy Derek.
It's been a terrible situation.
Shit going to go up.
25,000 people 2 months ago. 25,000 people were killed. 1 month, soldiers. Last month set the record. 36,000 people were killed in 1 month. Young soldiers, they go off to war and they're dead before the first weekends. It's drone technology. Michael, who would have thought that drones would have become such a factor? And they're killing machines. It's amazing. It's amazing. You hide behind a tree and it goes and gets you. And I've seen scenes that I don't want to see. I don't want you to see.
Hide behind the
on
tree.
That battlefield. You know, you hear about the Civil War, you hear about all of these different terrible wars, but this is really horrible. So I had a very good call, and I think we're getting close to getting it done.
Mr. President, on the economy, there's been a refocus, it seems, in June to talk about your economic policies. When do you think that message will change the perception?
I'm checking my email, guys. I'm
people
sorry.
know. Look, oil is now at a level that
it's doing nothing.
I think it's even lower on a barrel basis than it was before we started. We've gotten concessions, and they have to hold those concessions, but there'll be no nuclear weapon. We're going to be getting the, as I call it, dust, the enriched material, nuclear dust, I call it.
For the 5 people watching me, thank you for being part of this.
We're getting it.
You're awesome.
We're getting. I went in for one reason, very strongly, that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
I agree.
I'm not looking for regime change.
With the amount of shit their leaders been talking, they should not have
and I think
such deadly capabilities. What am I to say? But, you know.
destroyed. They're, as you know, completely destroyed. 150. They had 159 ships. Every single ship is at the bottom of the sea. We've completely destroyed. They don't have one airplane. They don't have radar. You know, one of the reasons we kept the oil down, because a lot of people said, Kevin, and a lot of people were saying that oil could go to $300, $350 a barrel, but one of the reasons that prediction wasn't right is we were
Oh,
taking
Bertie, you're
out
the best.
on average of 10, but sometimes less, sometimes more.
Derek,
3
it's-
weeks ago, we had a night 22 ships come out
Kukuba, let's go. Damn right, buddy.
straight. And the famous Strait of Hormuz, nobody ever
If
heard
this
of.
was a mini, it would have been out
This is
6 times by now.
That is some big money machine, I'll tell you what. When you look at the numbers, Michael, that makes everything look small. No, wait. And
That's my
we
last
got
trade
so
of the day,
much
man.
oil
I'm up
that
like
people didn't know.
almost
It was only
$1,300
took a month
bucks.
and a half. They finally
got-
found out they had no radar.
I'm in
because their radar
the,
was
what was that,
destroyed. So we
conservative
came out
trader
late at
program,
night
precision
with no
trader
lights,
program,
no
I don't know, whatever
nothing. And our
program.
great Navy,
I
which
got the
did
deal
greatest
well,
blockade anyone's
and,
ever seen. Not one ship got through in 2 months. And we then freed up
Sorry,
the blockade
President.
because we're close to maybe
My show. Safety trader program. I remember the name of the program, but I know that I gotta stay within a 40% consistency rule, and I have a daily loss limit forced by the proprietary company. So it is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, every single one of us fall into the 5-day mentality, or doing the little mathematics in the back of their head, how they're gonna move that payout after their hard done work. Here we go. It's breaking up. I don't know why I marked 993, but it seems pretty valid to me looking at the settlements and where we hit last night. These levels are not from this week, month, whatever. I had these on my chart for a good while, and it comes in clutch. I don't want to short here. That's, even though I could scalp quick shorts, I don't think my mental capital is up and up. I traded well last night. I helped the wifey. She traded well last night. I spoke with my dear friend Derek. We got drunk on cam a little bit. I got in bed late. I was late for the show. I helped my neighbor. I did like a shit ton of things in the past, I don't know, 12 hours.
children to be entrepreneurial as opposed to the threat of communism that you're seeing.
Oh, come on. Start lifting the offers. I know you want it. I know you want it. You're going to get it. It's going to be the third tap. It's going to be the third attempt. Equal lows with wicks. Unequal highs with shit wicks. It's a bullish pattern formation. Even though that it's noisy as a mofo, it is bullish. What it's really ticking me is that the inside volume is not present as much. Let's listen to the president.
It's going to bring them into the mainstream. It's going to bring them into
NASDAQ is different,
recognizing,
really.
like Michael Dell. I said, how the hell did you start this thing? What he built is incredible. Now his product is great. But as he said, he made them, I guess, laptops. He made a better laptop on his bed in a dorm than they sold in the store. So he started selling them, I guess, probably during college. I don't know where the hell you started selling them, but you sold a lot of them. And it just cascaded. And then his greatest deal was he met Susan, and she probably guided him beautifully. That was probably
I'm
his
itching
most
to chase into the
important thing.
NASDAQ, but
And they had
it's
great
not
children, great
clean.
everything. But
It was clean here,
beautiful story.
past the fact, hindsight capital.
$6 billion,
But
$250
when the candle was going, go have the balls or the conviction to buy it.
I'm not holding up. I mean, it's hard to say, hey, how about doubling up, right?
All right.
But
Mikey's favorite level, 30.
with no money,
The 30-30. 30-30.
brain.
Let's see, we break through it
That's better than money. I think.
or not.
But
I could easily see another 250 points on the day if we start
maybe
running.
not to that extent.
Low SPD is giving out
could be
below
a future to that
zero.
extent, but not
VIX
to
is
that
trying to
extent.
break 16.
That could happen
Tick
to
index
some
is
of the
below
people there.
zero.
Some of-
I'm not
some
liking this.
children living in poverty.
Where's my trade?
It can happen, and now they have a real chance. It's a big thing. It's a big thing.
Here we go. Can't lose money. mentality. Whatever happens, happens.
You're asking me about the whole soccer thing? So, yeah, I did. I spoke to
Nah,
Johnny,
it's gonna
who's
sweep again. Get
highly
behind the
respected,
release orders.
who's produced the
Smaller
most
stars.
successful World Cup in history by, they say, 4 times. This isn't just a success. I actually
Come
said,
on,
Johnny,
fans, widen
at
up.
all these games, each one is turning
You
out
see
to
all
be a
this
Super Bowl.
money?
And we have all these games. You know, when
Come
I
on,
think about
market,
every game's
lift
like a
them.
Super Bowl. Yes, I watched last night.
I'm speculating that these are buy stops, and the moment we start lifting these offers, it's
I
going
mean, 2 countries. I don't know the players. Although
fly up.
Kane is a great
Gonna
player.
fly up.
See, I played golf with him, and I
That's what I'm
like him a lot. He's a
speculating
good
on.
golfer. But he's
We have stated 2 times on the 15, 3 times previous guy. It's New York. If we don't lift this and sweep this liquidity, continue further up now, then when? There's a lot of session that is as volatile as New York.
We don't. It's not our main sport, to put it mildly. And this has been 4 times more successful. He told me last
He's right
night the
about
numbers
that.
are 4
Nobody
times
really, you know, in Europe, you're like 3-year-old boy and everybody's kicking balls.
Super Bowl numbers. But you have a game tonight, and they think they're projecting a minimum of 50 million people watching a game. We call it soccer. It's called football, I guess, but we can't really call it football because it gets there's a little confusion. So
Man,
you call it soccer.
Derek, bro, the dad tried to preserve
But I've never seen anything like
on
it.
wins.
So I saw the
I picked
play,
the slow horse. Like, look
and I'm a
where
person that
Nasdaq
loves
is trading.
sports and was a good athlete. And
Above the
I
height,
understand
yeah,
sports.
it did a better wiggle. It gave better opportunity. Okay, we had the
wasn't
30.
foul. That wasn't even an infraction. There was 2 guys running.
If Seller's going to show up, it's going to be
crashing,
here.
which I
And if they don't,
You can't take your foot and
it's a straight shot up
place it
to
on somebody else's
280.
when you go
Is what I
through.
think.
These were 2
If the Sellers
great
don't
athletes
stop running
that
now,
got tangled up.
I'm sorry, Donald J. Trump. Apologies,
Who
President.
is a little bit suspect.
What are we up here? $10 on the.
If you check his past, I don't want to say that because I don't like to create controversy.
I'll take a quick peek at the 4-hour. I like the 45. Top band is open.
He made a
Could this be it?
nobody could believe. You know, even
Getting out of
the other
this
side, they say, "Oh, we got a lot of
contraction?
odds." And it's very
'Cause
interesting.
we've
They say
been-
they don't show 'em in slow motion.
Well, we
I
did
never
contract
heard- I
like
never heard of it
such.
before. That they're not allowed to review.
I'm
it.
eyeballing this.
So different because you'll take one little quarter of a
Potato,
second,
potato.
you'll see
It was
that hair is
contracted.
touching a neck or you see something.
It came back to the
When you
mids,
see it in fast motion, it will look
and
like
we
two
moved
necks
up.
collided, which is really what happened. They got
If this is going to break out, it's going to be now. Or it's going to be when the yellow line crosses over the purple. That's what I think. Hey, thanks for hey, bro. I know this guy for 7 years. He decides to subscribe for my channel. Well, since you had it, please drop a like and subscribe. I'll be streaming every single day from now on, unless I forget. But I pledge my allegiance that I'm going to stream more often than I have.
That's very unfair. That's, you know, it's one thing to penalize somebody.
Let's
for
go
a
back to the
game.
15. Oh,
How
Jesus.
do you penalize them for a game that has?
So we squeezed Ren. If it turns around here and we don't start lifting these, because they do exist in size on ES as well. And there's much more resting liquidity above.
And he was good before this.
It's going to be good.
He really pushed it in this.
And
I don't
if we
know whether
reject, it's
got him to do
10-18.
it. It was not Biden. Biden was asleep.
Yeah.
I got him to do it. In fact, it was very sad because I got him to do it. And if the
Let's do
progression
something,
was normal, I would have been
let's see
retired.
here.
Now, the Democrats are saying, "Man, we should have just let him have his way. We would have had him gone."
Anyone got questions?
I said, "You know, the saddest thing."
Anything you want to know? Well,
and I got the World Cup.
this trade is cooking.
Tried to claim 250.
And yes, I'm like an old grandma.
said, that one is what it is.
I cover my decks with a little
So I got him. I was so proud of it.
semi-transparent cloth,
And I realized
so they don't
I
get
wouldn't be
dust and
president
dirt over my
because I
vinyls.
would have been out of office by that time. I felt badly. The beautiful thing about
It's still moving. Come on, pop that liquidity, man.
and all of a sudden I realized, you know, I just got the Olympics, and I totally got that
Nasdaq
myself.
definitely
And I
has
just got FIFA.
more
I got that myself. We gave a
jazz
little
than
piece to
this.
Canada, gave a little piece to Mexico. I got
I'm
that
keeping an eye on the Dom. This first order is like 230. We got a very thick stack. That's
We worked hard on
1, 2, 3, 4,
what we did
5, 6. There's over 2,000 contracts above this high on MES.
Because, you know, we're not,
ES,
again, we're not
1, 2,
really-
3,
I think
4,
some can still
about
make-
600,
I couldn't
and
imagine
another 6 above,
if you would have
way
said
above.
to any very smart of these, like people like this, that the numbers they're doing now.
Questions?
Happening.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Think of it.
Weirdos?
Take the most successful Olympics or the most successful FIFA, and you look at
Let me go
what's
back
happened. You
to
look
that.
at the numbers for
That's
this
right.
in the United States, just compared to FIFA, and it's.
Man, he's the man. If anybody can hype up
It's not like 10% more, 2%
something,
more, 5%
he's
more,
the
which
man.
is more expected. It's like
Sorry, President. Gotta turn you down here and focus. Are we gonna lift this liquidity or not?
in fact, I said to Johnny, let's do it again.
Are buyers? Because you know that's the other thing. I'm a buyer, and I'm looking at that big stack, and these could be buy stops, but also could be sell orders to evade the market at a lower high. This is what I'm talking about. High, lower high. And overall, what we looked at on the 4-hour, even though that seemingly we broke out, this could be an extension above. Looks bullish. I ain't gonna lie, looks bullish. And we're kind of struggling below these levels. It's a little zone, I should call it. Let me mark that. This is where decisions were made on these settlements. I'll keep an eye on that if it comes up. 75.86, 75.86. That's where the whole stack is in that little window.
We took Ronaldo, you bunked into somebody, we're going to take you out of a game. He's great. Or Harry Kane, we're going to take you out of the game, Harry, because
1 minute is looking good on NASDAQ.
You can't do that.
My feet are becoming
I think it would have
numb from standing up.
incredible. We got to have our best players, and Belgium's got a great team, by the way. We got to have our best
Kumba, let's go.
and they have to have their best. And if we win or we lose, it's fair. Otherwise, let's say we lost him and we lose.
This is the pullback on NASDAQ that I coulda, shoulda, woulda buy, but it's so iffy how further down it could pull.
They talk about the red card like it's fine. Nobody talks. The referees.
I might take my $50 here, and that's another thing that's been a common theme with me for the years. Like, you know, it hesitates before the breakout, and I take it out. And since I'm in with one, lifting first. Okay, we took the first partial. Only 30 lot. Let's see here. Only 30. Okay, 40, 50. Okay, we 6. That's a sell. They covered some. Okay. I guess they lifted some out and they pulled it up. I was a little distracted. Breakout now or never. We're at the second pivot resistance. Usually the first one is that rejects or holds. And if we break the second, we go through a third and the fourth and the fifth, and we keep on going. So let's see how we're going to do here.
Because what the job he's done has been great, and I feel we have to have all the best players on the field. You can't take the best players. Yeah, please.
Okay, questions.
Thank you, Liam Cosner with Zero Hedge. What is your plan to facilitate
Don't ruin it
broad
now.
adoption of these? And you mentioned, the communist issue, particularly that crowd, to get them to participate in this.
Yeah.
Since I see Anthony Populatto's here, and he's probably going to ask, is Bitcoin in any way going to be related to this in the future? Are there plans to put Bitcoin into Trump accounts?
Well, I'm a big crypto. I've become a big crypto guy only for one reason. If we don't have it, China's
Sure.
going to have it, and they would like to have
It's
it.
reversing.
But now they're not even
I'll buy
trying
one.
that hard because we've taken over crypto. But I'm a fan. I wasn't initially. I didn't know much about it. But for some of my first term, I wasn't much
Just small
involved,
risk.
but I'd watch. And I
Right,
watched it
definitely.
grow, and it's a huge industry. And I got involved in a little bit for politics, because I realized that a lot of people love crypto. And even me as a businessman, I see a lot of money starting to come in with Bitcoin and, the different forms. And I said, this thing's got a lot of life. And
I'm gonna try.
then I hear China was going to make a heavy move on it, just like they do for AI. By the way, we're leading China substantially in AI.
Screw it. I don't want it.
One of the reasons is
$9.
they allow when they build these
Let's
big
see what's
plants,
going on with
allow them
MES.
to build their electric
We're lifting
generating
off
units,
first.
whether
Come
they
on, I
use
want to see
liquid
this
or
stat.
oil and gas, whatever they want to use.
If these are
Use
buy
except
stops,
wind, we
G,
don't allow wind. Wind
even
is
though I see a 22 lot sell side,
work, too expensive, no
if
good.
these are buy
Bad
stops,
for the
some of them,
environment. But
this is gonna
and
blast
they're
through
building
so
their own
hard.
plants with some of the greatest electric producing plants that you've ever seen. I mean, they're teaching the companies that produce electricity, they're teaching them how to do a plant. So that was my decision. That was my idea, because we have an old grid. It's tired. It's old. You can't.
It is old. I've been to places.
And now we're actually taking the excess energy that they make. We need more than double the energy. If you take all of the electric that we have now, you need more than double it to power that industry, which is so shocking. When I first heard that, I said, no, you
not
need
good talking about
like
energy.
a little. I couldn't believe that, Jeff. I heard more than double. So all the electric we make for everything to power that one industry. Now, with that being said,
Man, it's such a
massive
shame.
Industry.
I got kicked on
And
these
it's gonna be
accounts.
for good. I mean, look, we're gonna have
I shorted the
guardrails.
top
We have
yesterday,
guardrails. You saw that a couple of weeks
and
ago.
it
We
literally
were
hit
able
my
to
DOL
stop
for a couple of
something that we
points,
didn't like.
and it fell.
And by the way, the company was
Stop tick.
very good.
Gotta live with
very
it.
good. You know that. But it can be used for tremendous good, and mostly good and some bad. And the bad we have to stop.
We're
But it's
turning a
massive
little
industry, and I think
parabolic.
things are going to happen. You know what you're seeing here with the kids? I think
Turning a
something
little
could happen in that regard. too,
parabolic on the
with the
1 minute.
contribution to the people of our country.
I
I'll
like
give you a
it.
little inside information. Am I allowed to do that, Mr.?
Vans are wide.
Well, we
I
have
hope
Paul.
there's
Am I
not a
allowed
good
to do
reversion
that?
to the me.
That's a little inside
Boeing speaking is
information.
on point. We just broke the
Scott,
first,
you know what
the
I'm
second
talking about. No, I
pivot
think you're gonna see a
resistance.
contribution made by those, 'cause
It's
they're
good
making
stuff. I'm gonna
tremendous
let it
amounts of
run.
money.
Gonna let it
They're
run.
also creating tremendous.
I let one run
medical-
last night. I was up 100 points on
things that are
NASDAQ,
happening in
left
the
with
world of
64.
medicine because of AI is not even, believe it, I'm friends with many doctors because of what I'm doing as president.
Okay,
and
AI.
I'm very friendly with a lot of them. They're great. Yeah, they're great as long as they tell me I'm healthy. Okay, when they tell me I'm healthy, so far so good. Where's a piece of wood?
Oh, knock on wood, brother.
But a couple of them got together last week and they said, we can't believe the progress that's been made in disease. Things that they didn't think would happen for 10 years happen in a matter of minutes, a matter of seconds.
Oh, oops.
So this is going to be used for good. But we're leading China by a lot. We're leading
I clicked my own link.
everybody. Crypto's the same thing. If we didn't do it, China would do it. It's
That
a
is
massive
true.
industry. And frankly, when I went very pro
Somebody gotta
crypto,
do it, man.
as you know, Biden was totally against it, but he has no idea what crypto is. He had no idea. He didn't have a clue. But they were very violently against it. They were putting people in jail. What they were doing to the crypto was horrible.
Lift
It's
it,
amazing
lift
survived
it,
that
lift it.
onslaught. It was
11s,
a
18s.
weaponization of government.
We're lifting.
So when I went very
I
much
see more
forward,
buying. I see more
and I
buying
must
than
have gotten-
selling.
I think I got 100% of the vote. What
Lift
happened
it,
is,
lift it. I
think
hope
it was
there's
100
sellers to
million
suffice
people.
though. That's another
It's a
thing.
big industry.
A buy squeeze
And
is
that
where
means
like everybody
some good
rushes
things.
to
But
buy
what
the
happened
breakout,
is
but
Biden
nobody's
then,
really selling
after
remotely
he
close.
was getting killed, he was
Where the
down
money
so
at?
much,
Underneath.
all
Stop
of a
rush.
sudden they became pro
I hope it don't happen.
crypto. And their head of the SEC was horrible, unlike Paul, who's really good. No, I mean, he's the best man for the job. Everybody wanted him. But he was horrible. What he was doing to the crypto, they were putting people in jail. Oh, you know that better than anybody. Good people, great, prestigious people. They were putting them in
Yeah,
jail.
getting in jail over politics
I said,
and
"You gotta be
bullshit.
kidding." And
Not
they were
cool.
trying to destroy
Not
the
cool.
industry. Okay, ready? So now I'm killing Biden. I'm winning by so much. And all of a sudden he becomes totally pro crypto. They dropped all investigations of everybody. They allowed people to come out of jail. And every time I see a crypto guy where they dropped an investigation, I said, you're lucky I'm president, because I don't know if you know, the Biden administration became totally pro crypto. that last couple of
He's
months. 'cause they were
still
getting
talking
close.
about Biden, bro.
Because crypto has a
Bro,
tremendous
people forgot
influence.
about the guy.
So,
Like
yeah,
honestly,
very much
nobody
so.
thinks
Because
about him
it's
besides you.
it's not a
He
question
still
of,
lives in your head, bro. That's not good.
a personal thing.
What is good is that we're slowly creeping up, and
I'm allowed to.
hesitated on the first portion of the offers.
But I don't bother because this is a much higher.
There's
this
much more
offers-
money above. I'm inclined
much
to
higher
believe
So I make,
that this is
as
going to
president,
continue throughout
the
the whole
president
day.
of the United States get essentially $2.5 million for 4 years, right? Spread. Wait a minute. It's spread out over a period of 4 years. It's about $2.5 million. I waived my salary. Now I figured because we've had other wealthy presidents. We've had Kennedy, and we've had FDR was very wealthy. Teddy Roosevelt was wealthy, and one of the wealthiest, believe it or not, was George Washington, who wasn't in the White House, but there are pictures of him surveying this ground. He's the one that sort of picked the location. I think he made a good choice. He picked a good location. But George Washington had 2 desks in his pre-White House. One was, and they were right next to each other. One was for business, and one was for the presidency. He had 2 desks in the same room. And so you're allowed to. But I choose not to. I don't talk to my kids about, this stuff. But I will say this. To me, cryptos are very powerful. A lot of people are using it. Bitcoin, they're using it at levels that I don't think anybody understands really how powerful. And if we didn't do it, China would do it in a minute. And if we let our guard down on AI, if I didn't come up with the idea for electric plants, producing plants, they become a utility. Basically, these guys producing, you might as well put them down. Paul, I think you should mark them down as utilities because, frankly, in many ways, I'm more impressed by their electric plants. And they're building them on top of the buildings, alongside of the buildings, standalones right next door. But you have to see some of the electric producing, the generating plants that they're making. Nobody's ever seen because they're brilliant people. And it's a fantastic thing. But if I didn't come up with that idea, maybe somebody else would have. I doubt it. Because it's too simple. I mean, it's such a simple.
Almost.
Do you know that your friends,
After one,
Michael,
almost 3/3 out of the 5.
Mark Zuckerberg,
still holding.
Bezos, I told all of the people, AI.
It's 10:30.
Elon.
It's coming up to the end of the
I
show.
said, no, I'm going to let you build your own.
I'll
plant.
probably
I'm gonna
take
give you
this
fast approvals. They thought I was kidding,
and
you
call
know,
it
they said-
here.
and
We're
they
kind
didn't
of.
submit plans without an electric plant. And I get
Let me see
calls
what's the
from
price
Lee
here.
Zeldin, who's a star.
77.
Environmental, Fast approvals.
If we fail to hold, let
They
me move
call
the
up,
chart.
they say, sir, these plants
If we
are not
fail to hold
producing
the current
I
15,
call them, I said, why aren't you producing? They said, we thought you were.
we're
everyone
trading
agreed.
outside of the bands, bro.
I
It's
can't believe
bullish.
it.
It's bullish.
Number one,
I
they
just
can't
gotta
believe that
sit
they're
down
approved
and trail it
in a
out.
matter of weeks, because if this was somebody else, it would be 20 years before. They're all
Nasdaq
under
is giving me
construction.
opportunity to chase
We
into
do
it.
rapid approvals. And some are nuclear plants because nuclear is now really hot and safe. You know, I was not a huge proponent until
Come on,
2 or 3
let's
years
go.
ago. Then I saw
It's
what
taking
the-
its sweet
my-
time.
my uncle was a big
Nasdaq breaking out.
nuclear guy at MIT. He knew nuclear better than anybody, I think. Anybody in the world, probably. He was the smartest guy. He was at MIT, the head, for 41 years. And
We had that
he
level
said
at
to me
30.
one day,
Are we
he
going to
said,
break
"You
through
know,
30?
Nuclear is going to be the most important thing, but it's also got to be watched. It's got to be watched very carefully because it can build the world, but it can also.
I could have
destroy the world."
traded
He
this
said
so
that. I
many
said,
times.
"Uncle John, that was a long
This was
time
a
ago."
setup. This is
But he
actually a
was
better
exactly
setup
right. He
here.
called it
How
exactly
much is going to
right.
be my risk
What
if I
they've
enter
done
now?
with
From
nuclear in
30,
terms of,
30 points.
generating
That's 60 bucks.
energy
Nah,
is
nah.
absolutely. You know, a submarine can run at full
214.
speed for 30 years.
Hey, this could grant the
without
25
having
points
to
quick.
refuel. The only thing it has to do
I'm going to
is come up every
abstain.
90 days
I said
for
this is going to be my last trade.
They can't solve the food problem, but think
My
of it.
initial
A submarine,
stop was 150
without
bucks.
having to gas up, can run for
Moved
30
it close
years
to
at
1
full
to
speed
1.
without stopping. I mean, who would believe a thing like
I hope they don't drop
that?
them.
But fortunately, we have the best technology and we have the best submarines.
We do.
It's something we lead the world in by 15 years. Any other questions?
Still going.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
What?
I said, thank you so much, Mr. President. Jennifer Schonberger of the Oppenheimer. On the Trump accounts, SpaceX president has said that she's going to donate shares to the Trump accounts. Have you spoken at all with Elon Musk about further share donations as well as other corporate leaders about share donations
Yeah,
specifically?
look, I'm like a cheerleader for geniuses. I love geniuses. I love high IQ people.
NASDAQ
He's a
right
high
there.
IQ person. I love high IQ people, and I speak to Elon. I speak
This
to
was a
Mark,
good setup.
I speak to Jeff. I speak to everybody.
This was
By the way, in
this
the
was
first
a
term,
good
less
setup
so.
right here.
In fact, at my
Buying
first
this was
inauguration,
good stuff.
none of them were standing behind me. They were just the
It's
opposite.
not easy, man. Trump
Now,
is
this
talking.
last
You know,
inauguration,
answering questions.
every
This
one
could
of
fall
them was
1,000
standing
points
behind me. It was sort of
in a second.
amazing. No, I speak to all of them, and I encourage them. I want them to be
What's
tremendously
Tesla doing?
successful. Now, there's a thing called TikTok. Have you heard of it? I was watching a show this
Tesla
morning.
running.
Maria Bartiromo, she's fantastic.
Meta
On
is
her
gone
show, they
from
were
the
talking
chart.
about the
Okay, we
dangers of
found it.
TikTok. And Chinese,
Scoop.
whole thing with
AMD, nothing runs
spying
like
and what they're
AMD.
doing with well, except it
What's
was announced
NVIDIA yet?
about 2 days ago. The new numbers just came out.
My
You
indicator's
know
all
who the
messed
number
up.
one person in TikTok is by far? Trump, me.
NVIDIA at a very pivotal level.
I'm
You know what?
number one. Like Taylor Swift was number
This
11.
fell, this ran.
I'm number one in TikTok by far.
He's number one on
And the numbers
TikTok.
just came
Okay,
out,
bro.
and I said,
You're
well,
my guy. I
I'm
love
hearing
you.
about
Love you
how
to
they
death.
influence.
You're
They're
conquering
talking about their
TikTok.
tremendous danger
We
because they
deviated a
influence,
lot
but
from the 5 minutes.
if they influence so badly, I mean, I'm saying all things
We could
like I love
pull.
our country, we got to stop
We could pull too
communism, we
much.
gotta this and
I'm
that,
gonna
we
wait for
do
this
a
bar
lot of
close.
things.
26 seconds.
But I'm by far
If the
number
Knicks
one.
doesn't start
Percentages
running back up,
by,
I'm out.
You know, the list comes out. Number one, number two. I was number one by a lot. So I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe they're bad, maybe they're not. I know one thing, great American people,
I
tremendous
salute you,
business people and
but that's
companies
about
run
it, brother. Let's see, 2 seconds. Let's see how the next bar does. Sweeping. Sweeping. We're at a level where NASDAQ would hesitate. Also NVIDIA. Also everything. And meanwhile, he's answering questions. I'm going to trail it out with 6 ticks. Super close. If it smokes me, it smokes me because these are buyers right here. Potentially. Or these are the sell stops of the buyers. Okay, I'm not. This is what we're going to do. Here we go. If it breaks out, it breaks out. I'm above this big stack, man. Which is not bad. I've been fooled like that before, where I kind of chase into a reversal, assuming a weak high, a very weakish high, and it just pulls and rips, and it never comes up to these orders. That's 500. What's the 2000 tick? Well, it is now or never for a second continuation in the trend. If it don't happen, I'm happy with these results. I'm not gonna chase the full profit. It's past 10:30. The job is done. You know, knowing when to walk away is important. And even though that the market could bring in 1,000 more opportunities for me today, it doesn't make me. Hey, I'm out. Good stuff. What do we take here? 40 points or whatever. Is that it? The ES trade. 76. About 40 points. Yeah, good stuff. But still, as long. It's a high where, like right here on NASDAQ, it's a place where it could turn around too much for my liking. Let's switch to the 5 minute. We're very deviated. If it continues further up, I'm fine with it. But it's a place, and by my strategy, it's where it's supposed to end. Back to the opportunities. It could give me thousands of opportunities, but is my ability still strong to participate, read the market right, and act upon the given information? Probably not. I've been up since 7:30. I slept like 6 hours. Add all those factors in, and it came to a level where I, high probability exit. That's what I think. This was the last trade of the day. Boom! Locked out. It was a pleasure for the ones that watched me. Thank you so much. Check me on the next one, probably tomorrow or Wednesday. Most likely tomorrow or Wednesday. This was me, your boy Doom. Wikata Kukumbe. We had a great session. Let's see how the week will continue for us. Everybody take care. Happy 250 years of In Your Face world. And have a blessed rest of your day. Peace. Oh, let me play the outro.